All right.
It's the guys.
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear
All
me?
right. Did you say something? I'm just kidding.
Oh, God, that's
Wait,
good.
let me put you guys on the top so I can just look with each eye. Wow, long time.
I'll put myself
Yeah,
in
it
the
has been.
middle.
When was the last one?
And
A few weeks ago.
before, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Or before
just
the holidays, one of the two.
just days ago.
All right,
Yeah,
production
it's
meeting.
insane.
I can't. I know. I want to talk Buffett and I want to talk TV.
Yeah.
I got all excited.
So
I
two
forgot
podcasts in
what
one.
he said. I didn't put this on my calendar. Well, let's just start the thing, huh?
Sure.
What's the date?
That's your call.
The year is 2024, and it's the 18th of April, and you're listening to Wasting Away on the North Coast with Amigo Schmo.
Mikey.
Mike?
Ah, gotcha.
You did.
What is
Mike.
everybody drinking? I got some.
No way. What do you got? Oh, barrel proof?
I got the traditional.
Yeah, it's not super rare, right? Wait,
Or is it small batch?
it's small batch.
Okay, I couldn't read it. I have Elijah, but I have toasted barrel.
Okay.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
it's
going to hold up
kinda-
toasted barrel.
I'm christening bourbon season. I'm christening bourbon season.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm putting it over ice. I don't usually do this, but I wanted to. Well, guys,
Nothing going on? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
well, we have stuff to talk about, and I don't want to. I don't know. I should have published an agenda or something.
Yeah, I got a few. I jotted down a few of the recent happenings, but I mean, it's not like we can make a big deal out of them because I didn't record anything. I didn't, keep a lot of track of anything, but I do have like a half a dozen topics that have happened since January.
Well, pick a smaller one. We'll build up to the.
Well, going chronological, there was January 25th was Buffett Day in Florida, where they released a specialty license plate and officially named A1A as Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway.
Oh, that's right.
I never got a chance to see the specialty license plate, but I have a feeling I'm going to be inserting it into the video in post production.
Interesting.
And
That's awesome.
there was a whole deal about Scotty Emmerich was going to perform Buffett songs on the Capitol steps, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then I actually saw, no, I didn't actually. It was just an Instagram video, but it was just him on the steps playing into a microphone. So it's like, well, anybody could do that. And he just looked like a busker. It didn't look like a celebrity, a Buffett-related celebrity was out there. It just looked like he was, playing for quarters or dollars, probably now. And I can insert that too.
They probably don't. They're probably cheap.
This
Yeah,
was
we have to talk HUD into getting those plates down there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because he can do it.
Yeah.
And Wally, he's got to get some too.
He just has to. What's that? What'd
Wally too.
Yes. All right.
All our Florida friends, they have to get these plates.
I don't think I have anything else about that. Although, they also announced that a date in August is going to be permanent Jimmy Buffett Day. This was just Jimmy Buffett Day because of the stuff they were doing, but they also named some day in August, and I really should have remembered what day it was. But there's a day in August that's going to be permanent Jimmy Buffett Day.
I guess they can't make it his birthday.
That's already taken.
Yeah. Okay, so Wally, HUD, license plate.
I suppose I could look that up right now.
So Wally, if you're listening, HUD, you're not listening. You got to get license plates.
We demand it.
If you agree.
August 30 is going to be known as Jimmy Buffett Day.
All right.
So that'll be on our next podcast, probably.
At this rate.
Actually, probably be right after it because we'll forget about it and then go, oh, shoot, we shouldn't have podcasted.
No,
And Joe will say, I didn't
we're
write it on
turning
my
over a new leaf.
calendar.
We've been slowly. We need to reinvent this, and I want to do it like the old days, have homework and stuff.
He says this every time, every single time.
There was talk about, I think we were going to podcast in November, and then we just decided not to because Thanksgiving was too close. Christmas is like there's no podcasting in December. We just can't do it.
No. January's cold.
Somehow, yeah. Why would we get together and talk about Buffett in the middle of January?
It's cold. We can't go out and do anything. We have nothing to do. We can't podcast.
Yep.
And then
February's like Valentine's Day.
Christmas
I forgot.
busy, but
February slipped by, and then March. Mike had his stupid vacation.
Yeah, I had vacation.
So we couldn't podcast in March.
I had to go to Margaritaville, which would have been a cool place to have the podcast from. But
yeah, a one-person podcast.
Yeah,
but you couldn't even manage that now, could you?
You didn't send anything.
I didn't record a thing. No, and in fact, it was like the second day there. That's when the whole mess with my dog came up. So I didn't know if I thought I would have to leave. I didn't think I was going to be able to stay the whole duration.
What mess with your dog?
We boarded him like we always do. Every time we go on vacation, we take him to the same place. It's not it's not like he's never been to this place before. They know him. We take him to the same place, and then like the next day, I get this call. It might have been 2 days. I think it's the second day after, because by then he stopped eating. He didn't eat. He didn't drink.
And a hunger strike.
Yeah, and at that point, he didn't even stand up anymore. He was done. He just gave it up. Yeah. He gave up the ghost.
He said, "This is it. This is where I go."
He said, "Yeah,
he just
these
howled.
People drop me off. I'm out. I'm done."
Yeah, I told him I never want to come back to this place again.
Yep. He didn't listen. I'm here. I'm out. So they pretty much called and said, "Hey, look, you got to come and get him. You got to take him to a vet. I don't think he's going to make it." So luckily, Brian was able to get over there for me. So because he was actually the emergency contact after me, they called him, and then I arranged for him to go there and pick him up, and he had to pick him up off the floor, carry him into his truck and stuff.
That must have been tough. Your dog is a pony.
Yeah, he's like 75 pounds. So yeah, he picked him up, carried him out of there, and then instead of taking him to the vet, he kind of got encouraged. He thought he seemed like he perked up a little bit when he saw him. So we figured, well, let's just take him to his house.
Take him to McDonald's and then bring him back to
get him an ice cream. No. So we said, okay, well, let's try that. Maybe he'll come around or whatever. And then sure enough, he started to perk up. Brian got him to eat and to drink a little bit.
He hadn't been forgotten.
Yeah. Brian, he got perked up when he saw Brian.
He goes, okay, I guess I'll live with the younger one.
Yeah. At least I recognize this guy.
If you had video, this could be your TikTok right there with a VO and a bunch of annoying captions across it.
So yeah,
and then turn it into a two-parter. You have to subscribe before you get to the second
follow
part.
You or something.
One of two,
and use the fake voice. One of the fake voices.
Yeah,
we dropped him off at the vet or whatever.
At the Veet.
Yeah.
We dropped him off.
Well, he's doing better now.
Yeah, he's back to his normal self, what he was before. I mean, he's 15, so he's not spry, but I still take him. He's been to the vet a couple times since then on his usual monthly visits, because he goes and gets these shots to keep him going. And
what are these shots you say?
One of them it's called Librela, and it's like the fountain of youth for dogs.
Landshark?
Yeah, you should look into this.
No,
they should bottle it.
Is this just for dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, Librela. And in fact, Kirsten told me about it. She said, "Oh, you should check into that for Bo." And I said, "Well, okay, I'll ask." And then because they had, go ahead, Mick. Sorry.
Oh no, you finish your story. I just had a stupid comment.
Oh, no, that's all right. We always welcome stupid.
We live for stupid comments.
That's what we're all about. Should be our byline. So anyway, yeah. So he goes. He already was on Adequan, and then now they added Librela, and he seems to be doing pretty good. He's okay. It's back to pre-trip
Good for both.
strength. Yeah. But
I
yeah, he
think I
almost ruined it. I almost had
forgot
to cut this
my
trip short.
I
Now you
forgot my
went to
stupid comment, so we're
Fort
safe.
Myers Beach, or what's it
We
called anyway?
we stayed in Cape Coral, so we flew into Fort Myers. We drove up to Fort Myers Beach. That's where the Margaritaville is. So we
How?
stayed there was it 2 nights? Yeah, I think we had 2 nights at that Margaritaville Beach Resort. It's the newest one there in Florida.
Yeah.
And then we stayed down at a house in Cape Coral. That's over closer to where HUD lives. But yeah, the Margaritaville was awesome. It was like it's the theme park, a Buffett theme park, for adults. It's like there's lyric quotes all over the place, all over the walls and stuff, and all the restaurants are Buffett themed and everything. It's just
And how was it? How was the service, the food and stuff? I'm not
everything was
five-star.
great. It was
Good.
great. Yeah. The
Because you
thing
hear
is,
bad things sometimes.
I know you do, but I can't say anything bad. We went to the JWB Grill. It's the fancy restaurant there.
I'm
So,
wearing these things, and you guys are on my laptop, not on my ear.
oh well, you can listen to both if you want. That's fine.
No, I mean, all this time I had them in my ear, nothing's coming out of my ear.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
I could just hear you.
But it looked
I don't know
cool.
why that happened, where the mic is, but I'll just keep it like this. I'm sorry.
Right here.
Well, you can do that in your settings, in your audio settings. Tell.
Right, but I guess this is going okay.
Well,
Well,
it
except
was
your
till you
video's
dropped
gone.
out.
I clicked
And now you're
stop
back.
video for no reason. I just started clicking things.
And now you're
Way
gonna
to
put me
go.
back on the bottom
It
there.
showed up and I clicked it.
Way to go.
Anyway, so that you.
Oh yeah, now he moved around. Yeah, I gotta move.
I'm getting to why I'm really asking. But anyway, for our listener, how is so at least the Fort Myers Margaritaville was, you can't say anything bad about it.
No. The only thing you could say bad is everything was expensive. It
Mm.
was like
Probably more expensive than it should be, and it's not a 5-star or whatever. It's
it's got to be pretty close to a 5-star. It had everything. I mean, it was like
Catch up.
yeah, they had a number of bars, huge pool like on the beach side. You had to walk over the there's a street there that runs along the shoreline, and
yeah.
so half the resort is on the inside of that, and
Yeah.
then the other half is like on the beach side. And to
Okay.
get to the pool and what do they call it? The Fins Up Club or Fins Club. You walk over this walkway to
Okay.
get over there.
We
Yeah,
saw them breaking ground and stuff, or they were going
Yeah.
to, and it was on the inside. That's what
Yeah.
I just assumed.
And it was way smaller than it turned out to be when what we saw. It was pretty contained. This is sprawling all over the
Yeah,
place.
right.
It's
Okay.
huge, just huge. And then yeah, so they had this the beach club across the street. That's where they in the mornings they played like this awesome playlist. It's like live Buffett stuff and Buffett-y type music. It's all great until like right about 1 o'clock, and then then they have like live entertainment, and the live entertainment is good. They start off with that, and then the guy's actually a DJ, and then he switches over to like DJ'd music, and then it's essentially a dance club. So
Okay.
by then it's like time to get up and head back over to go to the chill licensed to chill bar.
Not even like disco versions of Buffett tunes or
No.
disco mixes.
It's straight up dance stuff. It's for the kids, for the teens stuff. So yeah, us old folks, you pack it in and go back across the street to the
migrate across.
Yeah.
Every song is 11 seconds.
Yep. Go back to the licensed to chill bar, which is awesome. That was nice too. But again, everything's on the expensive side.
Yeah.
So.
Well, go ahead, finish your trip stuff.
Well,
and
okay,
then-
but that's all new. We didn't really stray off of the campus there too much. We did a little bit, but they're not fixed yet from that hurricane.
yeah, you said-
Yeah, the pier is down. It's only still down to the pilings. They haven't rebuilt anything on that. That restaurant that we went to that was right next to the pier, still gone.
wow.
That's still not rebuilt. I don't know that they've even decided on what's going to be there. And even that main drag that you walk up, some of the places are still like just shells. That's crazy. You
Wow.
wouldn't think like 2 years later, but it's still taking some time.
Did you
But you know
fish
what
the
you do?
pilings?
You could have. People were.
Well, you have to.
What
Yeah.
you do is you breathe in and you breathe out and you move on.
And they did. And they all did. Yeah.
Could that be
Yep.
why it was expensive, or was it just that one restaurant? That was
No, I
expensive?
think I remember the Hollywood one was pretty expensive too. Maybe not quite
Mm.
this expensive, but that was a few years ago. So I think this is probably the going rate.
I was reading. I mean, I was reading some of this stuff and what they think, and some people are complaining. That's why, and I have an idea of what the place is like, similar to Margaritaville Tequila or something. You know, it's going to be cool, but it's. And they said how Key West and Hollywood are the two best, but people bitched about those two. But it was kind of universal. People were saying the Hollywood one and the Key West one. But maybe
It's
that's the
Hollywood,
only ones they've been to.
Florida, right? Hollywood,
Yes.
Florida.
And I think Key West has closed since then. I don't think that's there anymore.
Well, something. Well, yeah, I have to see because we're going to Key West in May.
I don't think you're staying at Margaritaville
But
then.
the plan was to stay there, but she was looking into that, and
Well, maybe sneak in the back way and
Yeah.
sleep in
I
the
don't think it's
hallways.
there anymore. I could
really,
be wrong.
that's what I thought too. I thought it was gone, or something's there. Okay, I'll see because I don't have to stay, but if it is there, then I would. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Look into that. I might be
Well,
going.
yeah, of course. I mean, she can't make reservations if they don't exist.
Yeah, well,
Unless
and you're going in May and you don't have reservations yet. Well,
yeah,
I
that's
don't know
what I
if you're
mean.
staying
But
anywhere.
I'm under the impression she did. She has done this.
Mm.
Okay, well, I'll see.
Okay. Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to get
Because
your
our
take on it.
original, the place we went to the first time, the Ritz Resort was booked.
Ooh.
That was nice. And I was spoiled because that's where we stood. I mean, just a block away from Duval Street on the same side of the island as the street performers, and we had everything there, and then we had the whole pier and everything on the other side where we could go get stuff to drink and eat. And, yeah, that was a good. That was cool.
The Ritz has Riz.
And they had a destination wedding there. And
Yeah, they have facilities. Yeah.
yeah, I
So
mean, they
that's-
did. I'm like, where did I mean, they didn't, it didn't seem, nobody looked like, you know, they weren't above me. They're all younger and had little kids, and they're all staying at this place, and it was expensive. She had points.
That's what Schmo yelled as he was being dragged back into the hotel. You're above me.
You don't know me.
Just because you have little kids.
No, baby, I was doing the Scott Peistrack of adding up how much it should cost. You know, these family members and stuff. It was just, it was nuts, but whatever.
Yeah, they had like a banquet type facility there right next to them. They had like a lawn, artificial grass, big lawn area that they had tables and stuff. They had a couple little events, small ones. But I could see they could do weddings there too.
Yeah, this was probably a smaller wedding. It was right on the grass. There's no real beach right there with the ocean right there. It was cool.
Yeah. But I thought it was great. I loved it. I would do it again. It was, it's just brace yourself to pay a lot of money. And I don't know that again, because Fort Myers is so new, there's no discounts. Everything was full price.
Yeah.
I think you can get discounted rates at the Hollywood one and ones that have been around for a while.
Yeah, we were just gonna do the same thing, spend couple nights. That's
Yeah.
the plan, and then stay and have another place.
Yep.
But it kept, yeah. we might stay in Key Largo for a couple nights and then go down to Key West.
Yep. But food was good. Drinks were good. Music was good. They had live stuff too. So
Yeah, that's cool. I love live music.
mhm.
Not enough. We got to see Wally's got to go play there.
Yeah, see, and there's a reason for us to get there then. Again.
Yeah.
So, but that was
So
cool.
that was your vacation. You went off.
That was first week of March. We did that, and then stayed there in Cape Coral. Had pretty decent weather. It wasn't as warm as it usually is, but it was a heck of a lot warmer than here. So
Yeah.
it was nice to get away. And now I don't know that I can get away again because I can't leave my dog anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. You said that. We did
Yeah.
go see Colin Hay, some live music. Speaking of live music,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about this. That obscure music.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna be dragging Amber to any of those anymore. I don't think she.
I just found
Yeah.
out something to jump
Enjoyed it.
ahead in my list, to jump to June 30th in my list.
Wow, that's a big
That's
jump.
Peter and Brendan Mayer are going to be performing on the Sip and Sail Sunset Cruise on the Straits of Mackinac.
Oh, wow.
And if you go to the Sip and Sail Sunset Cruise on the Straits of Mackinac, it shows just like a private event. It doesn't say anything about Peter and Brendan Mayer being there. So I don't know. I guess you have to email them for tickets. You just can't order tickets. But that sounds like
Is Brendan his son?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It sounds like something that'd be really cool.
That
I
would
wouldn't
be.
mind.
Yeah, it
I wouldn't
does.
mind listening to Peter Mayer while I sit and sail under the Mackinac Bridge.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That is cool. Well,
And
speaking
that's like a
June
one-day trip too.
29th, save the date though. June 29th is at my house. A birthday party.
Oh.
Or just a party. No presents, just come because I have to do something. Now, no surprise, like Mike's big surprise.
Mm.
No.
Cool.
No. So yeah.
June 29th, that's my brother's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Let me add that into my
Free
calendar
Jim.
right now.
Maybe we can make him play.
Yeah.
And I
We'll
can
put him to
pretend.
work on his birthday.
And you can like put a garden hose or something and make me pretend that I'm on the Straits of Mackinac.
Yeah, well, there's a pool. You could float. I have a lot of floaties.
Yeah, you could pretend you're
I don't want to
floating
hear
in the
about that
Straits of
kind of
Mackinac.
crap.
Just in my huge pool that pretty soon you see a picture of.
Tiny schmo. It's getting that close, or
It
close to
is.
that time of year again.
We open it, I better check real quick because I just changed.
Cool. I already added it to my calendar, so it better come true.
Tiny schmo. That's the official beginning of summer when you see tiny schmo.
I put that up on our Instagram. I wonder how many photos away it was. Probably like 2.
It's just such a ridiculous picture. And Patty loves it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
When I saw your pool
5.
in person, I didn't know it was the same. Wait a minute, what's
so weird?
Is this the same
Such a
pool?
weird...
5 photos away.
I mean, I was there. Deborah took the picture, put it on Facebook before I even knew. I'm like, what is this picture?
Yeah, and I put it up last year, and we've only put up 4 photos since then.
We'll put it like we opened the pool May 3rd, so that you might see it then.
Let summer begin.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're going to then in later in May, we're going to the Keys and stuff. Well, before I get sucked into that, I'm gonna start talking TV.
No, what? Before we get sucked into that, we have to do more Buffett stuff.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's the TV?
Oh, I thought he was going right into TV.
No, I mean, I said before I start talking TV, we have to.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got some Hulu stuff to talk about, which took place on February 16th.
Is this Buffett related?
Yes, it's Buffett related.
Okay, all right.
Amy
He's talking TV. We just said that we're not going to talk.
Yeah, but this is a TV show.
All of a sudden, he's the
This is a
Pocket
TV show
Watson.
that's on Hulu. It's done by Amy Schumer and Michael Cera. It's called Life and Beth. And season 2, I never even heard of the show, and now it's in season 2.
Okay.
Episode 2 had Jimmy's last on-screen appearance.
Is that right? I
Oh.
had
It
never
was,
heard of
yeah,
it.
I was going to ask if you guys
Oh,
were
you
even
know,
aware of that,
no,
because I
no.
didn't hear about it till after it happened.
Nope.
Last weekend.
It was shot in New Orleans, and Jimmy appeared as a busker on the sidewalk singing "I Will Play for Gumbo." He's in the
Really?
background. They're
How did we
walking.
not
They're
know
walking
this?
along the sidewalk, and he's just singing "I Will Play for Gumbo," and they give him, a tip, and they keep walking. He says "Thank you," and they keep walking, and then he stays in the background singing the song while they continue doing their dialogue, their conversation.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
Jimmy looks great. It's so cool to see him looking really healthy compared to the recent glimpses of him. I don't know when it was shot, but it was released on February 16th. So obviously this was shot in probably mid 2023, maybe early 2023. I don't know what kind of production schedule they have.
Well, there was the strikes and stuff too. That probably
Oh, yeah.
maybe that part was filmed before the strike and they didn't finish the season.
Yeah,
yet
maybe it was in 2022. I don't
There
know.
was something.
I don't remember the dates of the strikes.
Smartless podcast. I just listened as I was painting. I listened to podcasts and stuff. And Amy Schumer. It was the Amy Schumer one.
That's where I found out about it.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I found out about it. And I researched it. I found it. I think she mentioned it was episode 2, or IMDb told me it was episode 2. So I didn't have to watch the entire season to find it. But it's in episode 2, and I don't even remember where it is because I just skimmed the episode to find it.
What did she say in the? So I all of a sudden they were talking about Buffett and Will and the we're going to get to the concert that happened. Will Arnett was there, so he's doing the podcast too, and he was talking about Jane and stuff, and I'm like, for some reason they're talking about Buffett's death, and but that's why I must have, I didn't listen.
I didn't realize. I didn't know there was I wondered what the connection was with Will Arnett because I don't remember him in any
but he
other.
wasn't on Life.
It turns out Buffett was a friend of everybody.
Apparently.
I mean, literally.
Apparently. There's
not just everybody's friend, but a friend to everybody.
Yeah, what a crowd they had! All this, what a selection of people.
I told you back at football season when a Smartless podcast, Will Arnett mentioned that Jimmy Buffett, had died and was just talking about how, his music and all this stuff. And he was like broken up about it. And I listen in a weird order. Plus, they're published in a weird, they try not to be too topical. But he did mention that. And then I saw him on stage. Yeah, that's what he mentioned it. Then I heard this podcast this week, which was published, I think, probably coinciding with the season 2 of this thing coming out too. And she was
it's already been out. It's
hilarious.
It premiered in February.
That's what I mean. The podcast might have been before then, and I just listened to it this weekend.
Let me check. Smartless.
Yeah, I can check too.
Where do we go?
But that's weird. And I was going to say, he was talking about Jane, and she's a sweet lady. But him and
it came out March 11.
Oh, okay.
The Smartless podcast with Amy Schumer came out March 11. My other story is March 22nd. I found out that HD Tracks, one of my favorite sites to peruse on a Friday morning when they announced their new releases, had 3 Buffett albums come out, just unbeknownst to me, remastered to HD audio, 96 kilohertz, 24-bit. Compared to CD. CD is 44 kilohertz, 16-bit. This is 96 kilohertz, 24-bit. So it sounds a lot nicer. And it was, I can't even remember the titles now, so I have to look these up. It was Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time, even though they're on my computer. One Particular Harbor and Fruitcakes. And then just yesterday, there was a release of all these remasters hitting vinyl.
Vinyl. I saw that one.
Yeah.
And everybody was going, "Oh, great! They're so expensive to buy on the second party. What is it? Third." So I was so excited to see these remasters because they also mentioned Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time, One Particular Harbor, and Fruitcakes, and I realized, oh my gosh, I've gotten the vinyl masters early, and so it was very cool. And I was just going to click on that. Oh, there we are. And then I looked at the list. and it lists Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time, One Particular Harbor, and Fruitcakes is coming out on June 7th. So I got the remasters way earlier than the people that are vinyl fans. But it also means I have to wait till July 12th for the next set of 3 masters to come out, unless these masters are going to come out earlier than vinyl too. The next set is White Sport Coat, Havana Daydreaming, and Banana Wind. So I'm really looking forward to White Sport Coat. Havana Daydreaming, and Banana Wind is like Banana Wind. That's the one they chose. Banana Wind.
Oh, there's some good stuff on there. I like that one.
Yeah, but it's all acoustic. It's just the same.
That's gonna sound great.
That was my complaint when I first heard the CD. It's like all these songs sound the same.
It's gonna
My
sound
brother's accusation about Buffett has become true. All the songs sound the same on this album.
Yeah, people
He
say
added
that.
quickly.
My wife says that all the time.
Colin Hay, everything sounds the same.
Yeah, Colin Hay,
both
Buffett.
87s.
The third release in August, because these are all coming out, these are coming out all over the summer. The August 16 release is the Holy Triumvirate of Changes, Son of a Sailor, and Volcano.
There you
so
go.
that would be awesome to get.
Yep. There you go.
Maybe this is
Now,
opportunity
peak. The peak. So I'm really hoping that my HD tracks remasters show up earlier than these vinyl remasters.
So a few weeks ago, Mick, you texted us this in pure excitement, and neither one of us responded.
I knew it.
He was so excited.
I even talked about it. I commented about it on Buffett News. I actually commented about it on Buffett News, and nobody said a freaking word. It's like all you need to do, people,
is
buy one of these cool. It's called the DAC. Buy one of these, plug it into your computer. Here's the little headphone outlet right here. This goes into your computer. This gives you HD audio coming out of your computer. That's all you need. And you also need speakers or headphones that can handle high def audio coming out.
Not these.
No, you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen to HD audio on your I was going to say USB headphones, but that's like all headphones on your stupid little Zoom headphones.
Yeah.
No, you want these.
Joke.
These are my audio headphones right here. That's how they are. They're Koss Porta Pros, and that's what I like. And they're pretty decent. They're only like $40. But the thing is, they wear out easily. For one thing, the foam really wears out. But then I found out you can buy a $6 foam replacement, which will save me a fortune.
But
just replacing
high-def foam.
That doesn't mean anything. It's the speakers.
I'm such a dick.
Quit being a dick.
But anyway, we were
the phone just protects my ears.
We didn't know. It's one of those things like I don't know what to say. I'll respond later.
Exactly. Same thing. Yeah. I knew I was
like,
happy.
You got to respond right away. Else,
I had to let my excitement out though, because I was so thrilled.
No, that's
because every midnight, Thursday night, well, actually Friday morning at midnight, they release their email for the weekend about new releases, and I saw the photo from Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time, and I could not believe it. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was incredible as is. And then when I went to the site, they hid the fact that they also released Fruitcakes and One Particular Harbor. And when I saw One Particular Harbor, I thought that was awesome because One Particular Harbor is good. It's got a lot of great songs.
My podcast buddies, and they're going to be all excited too.
It's got a lot of great songs, but it doesn't sound all that great. But the high def remaster sounds really good. The thing is, I think they really just boosted the audio. They just did a dynamic compression on it. I don't think they actually went through the master tapes and like remixed it for digital sound. But anyway, it sounds good. It sounds really good. And I've been listening to those 3 albums, Living and Dying, One Particular Harbor, and Freaks, a lot the last couple of weeks. It's like breathe new life into the albums because I've been listening to them a lot.
Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna.
And now they're all crowing about, they're gonna be on vinyl.
No, that was big news. You told us a text. We said nothing. All of a sudden, all over the last couple of days or whatever, all over social media is how they're going to be these vinyls.
Yeah, it's the same remaster from Geffen.
I heard nothing about that.
Universal Music,
except
for UME, I think UME and Geffen are releasing these masters on vinyl. But the thing is, the cool thing about the vinyl is they're doing all the original artwork. They're doing gatefold covers, and one particular harbor has that full color inset. It
Yeah.
wasn't a gatefold, but it did have an inset in the inner sleeve part where Buffett's in his, it looks like a canoe with a little thing against his ear, some kind of speaker against his ear. And I think that
That's my
was
question. That's what I was going to ask. So they're going to do the original gatefolds, and everybody's online going. The gatefolds
one
were at
particular harbor has
MCA.
a back cover again at last.
Constant. MCA had the gatefolds, but then ABC Records took them away. It's the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Crazy. But I'm not getting sucked in and saying anything.
But it's weird how the record companies were different than the original, because it wasn't MCA. It wasn't no, it was ABC.
ABC was first.
ABC Dunhill was the original one.
Yes, right, it was.
Then MCA, and then now it's UME. I thought it was UMI originally, but now it's UME and Geffen. Geffen has a couple of them, which didn't exist before. So I guess Geffen took over a couple of the albums.
Yeah, that's
now the
just
vinyl
drive me crazy because I just want to say no, they didn't have the gate. I'm trying to set everybody straight, but it's still getting out
God,
just now.
there are so many idiot comments on Buffett News, on the Buffett News group on Facebook. Oh my God. So many stupid comments.
I know.
Just drives me crazy, and I want to hold back but then again, I'm not even sure what they are, but I know they're wrong, but I don't know the true answer.
Aren't the actual records like pressed in colored vinyl now? Aren't they doing like special colors and everything?
I believe some of them are. I don't know if all of them are, but some of them are.
So I might have to buy something. Geez, because I have all this vinyl, but
I know, and I have the vinyls, and I have a lot of ABC stuff. And in fact, I think I have the original ABCs. Yeah, I finally got them some years ago, and
it would be cool.
That's the only albums I have.
It would be cool to get just the artwork, because I don't have any. I never bought any Buffett vinyl ever. I don't have any Buffett vinyl because I never bought. It was on CD by the time I bought it. Matter of fact, that was the reason for me to buy it as the CDs got released, because I never bought the vinyl.
Well, even as the CDs came out, I would still buy the vinyl if it was available. I would buy both.
For a while, I did that. I don't know if I stopped or they just stopped. I can't remember.
I think they stopped.
I think they stopped.
It was
it again.
Yeah, it was around after Florida's was the last one where they actually put an effort into the vinyl. And then after that, it seemed they were putting more of an effort into the CD releases. Right, at least the CD boxes.
Buying both for a while.
Well, this is what we're going to do. Production meeting. We're going to review these albums as they come out, or as they're announced. So if we review them, but I know we've done them before. But let's do some kind of quick review. I got some ideas. I'll send you guys stuff. We're going to do a little quick format.
Well, I can do the first three. I don't know about you guys, but I can do Living and Dying.
You can talk about how they sound.
Harbor and Fruitcakes.
You're right.
They sound the same. They sound the same. They're just louder, which I think is what they're doing.
And I'll just turn it up.
And Geffen has been accused of just taking the original master and just adding compression to them, dynamic compression to them, to just make them louder, make the quiet parts louder and the loud parts are the same level. So it's just like a smaller little sound footprint instead of a broad, nice sounding footprint. Now it's a smaller, I did that wrong. Now it's a smaller footprint. So the loud is the same loudness, but the quiet parts are louder. So it's just that. I mean, it sounds the same. It's not a remaster. They didn't go back and change all the levels. They just made it louder. Cool. Everything is louder.
That'd be cool if they had actually remixed it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's for another time. After you buy all of these, then they'll do some more, and then you'll have to buy those.
Well, they're doing 6 more. For people that haven't bought them on HD tracks, they're going to do 9 more. And for people like me that already bought the first 3, then they're going to do 6 more. It just cracks me up that I went through vinyl thinking, oh God, there's got to be something better than this. And then they finally come out on CD and I'm going, oh, thank God there's no background noise. I can actually just listen to the music the way it was recorded. And now everybody's going, I hate CD. Let's go back to vinyl. It's like, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
They're not. it's like fake or something. There's nothing extra. They just want to put the vinyl on and act like these are I don't know what generation this is, but they, they're like they invented
It's
vinyl.
nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not nostalgia because they're
It's not
younger.
even
They're some
nostalgia.
older.
But well,
It's just
it's
like
like
it's just
false
being
nostalgia.
contrary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think, oh, this is the right way to listen to them. No, else they would have kept making them.
Mhm.
But you know, yeah, we're the ones that put the things on and clean the albums and listen to them. And
And
yeah,
wished we had something
nostalgia
better.
for
Yeah.
us.
Why can't I listen to something where it's just the music instead
I
of
don't want to hear all
crackle
this
and scratches
scratchiness.
and my footsteps when I walk across the room? I just want to hear the music. So they come out with CD and it's like, oh, this is great. And it gets better as it goes along.
Yeah, digital and everything. And that's what you always said. I was waiting for that. And now we're just getting they're doing this vinyl. We're gonna buy them just for decoration.
But it doesn't sound as warm enough. But the HD audio is what they've been talking about. I mean, this is so much better. It's better than vinyl. It's better than CD.
Yeah.
Neil Young was saying he never wanted to release his albums on CD because they didn't sound as good. But when he heard HD audio, he said, okay, now I'll release my audio. So there you go. It supersedes vinyl. You idiot.
No, see, it's idiocracy. We're gonna go back.
Yeah, just for the
Going
sake
back
of
to
it.
vinyl.
Not for any reason, just cuz. Anyway, that was my story. Where am I?
Drink
I have to go
Gatorade.
back to here we go. Nope, there we go. That was my third story. Fourth story was April 6, 2024. HUD told us that Mac McAnally was on Radio Margaritaville with Eric Darkin from Daytona. They were broadcasting a Mac McAnally concert because they can't broadcast new Buffett concerts. So I recorded the concert, but did you guys listen to it after HUD told you about it?
Wait, did
I
HUD?
thought Joe told us.
I was going to say, is there a
There are
text
too many.
HUD's taking credit for.
There are too many texts
Joe's
all at
tip.
once.
No,
Let me
okay, no,
check.
it's cool. I just want to make sure I didn't miss. Yes, I told you guys because it was on, and I was going out to dinner with Deborah.
Yeah,
up in
and I
Troy.
listened to it. I put it on like right after you said
Did
that.
it? Okay, it started at 7, and I parked and everything and went to the restaurant like at 7:20. So I listened like the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we were done like after 9 and turned it on.
Oh, it is Schmo.
I listened to it all the way home. And
Schmo texted.
Yeah.
At 7:20 p.m. on Saturday, April 6th, 7:20 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time.
I was walking to the restaurant from the car.
Mac is live in Daytona right now on Radio Margaritaville.
But I turned it on and they were just introducing him. He hadn't started yet.
He was at Morton's Steakhouse.
I heard
and HUD
was at the. Joe was at Morton's Steakhouse.
Yeah,
that's what I said. That's what I meant by
okay, I thought you meant Buffett.
Because Joe just talked about a steakhouse, so I was mentioning he was at Morton's Steakhouse.
I was at Morton's. I didn't want to I didn't want to give free advertising. But if
fuck them. Then they suck.
Yeah, but then when I got out, it was after 9, I think, or something, or close to 9, and I listened to them all the way home. And when I got home, I turned it on.
It was a 2-hour concert.
Was it replayed? So I must have
No, it was a long thing. It was a long thing.
But no, it came out at 7, and I listened to like 10:30.
Oh, then maybe they did replay it.
I don't think so.
I didn't hear it.
So. Unless it was an hour concert and it sounded like a 2-hour concert. HUD was at Cheap Trick and Ario.
I heard all new stuff. I heard the beginning, and then when I in the car later, and I'm like, is this just still going on? Maybe I was eating dinner for an hour and a half.
It was a long show. I will say that.
Yes.
It was cool. He was talking in there, and
the best part were the stories and the setups.
Mm-hmm. And not just Buffett, other stuff. And this is the kind of show we were supposed to see at the Detroit Athletic Club, but it cost $1,500 a ticket or something.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask that because I don't recall ever following up on that.
Yes, I did, and it was like $1,500 for a table or something.
Yeah, Jesus. I was thinking it was like $700, but yeah, it was cheap. That's
no,
a portion
there were so
of the
many
table.
at a table. I might be $700 a ticket. It was something weird. And I talked to someone with email that was part of it, but then he put another show nearby, right? And the athletic club was one day, and that's when HUD originally told us about.
They played at the capital of Tennessee, like the Tennessee House of Representatives or something like that, the day before. And then they did this concert, and they broadcast the Daytona one.
It was great. It was great.
The Daytona one, that was at the Latitude Margaritaville. It's like the Buffett real estate venture, right? It's one of their properties. They have that Latitude.
Yeah, where I have to go now that I'm retiring. I have to move.
Yeah, you have to move there. You have to.
Except Wheel of Fortune won't let me. I'm supposed to win one of their contests.
You had to win it. I see.
And they just won't let me. You keep keeping me from it.
All right. Well, anyway, that's what I want to talk about. That was great. What I heard of it, which I heard a lot of it. And I talked to Deborah.
But I heard like there was like another live performance, and a lot of it was the same. A lot of it was the same because I heard some of the same songs and some of the same stories.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
But that was
I don't remember what that was, but
I did record it, but there will not be a concert roundup. Sorry, everybody, because I have not listened to my recording.
All right.
And I wasn't really, impressed with the concert, the parts of the concert I did hear. It was nice. It was nice to hear the old Buffett songs. It was nice to hear the stories. It's like, I'm not impressed.
Oh, really?
I thought it was fun. It was fun, and
it was okay.
I heard some of the stories before.
It hit the spot all of a sudden out of clear blue. This is going on, and I listened to it. And I rarely do this. We got home, I turned it on, Sirius on the radio thing, and on Alexa, whatever, and listened to it.
And it was okay. It was part of my reaction to the great big Hollywood Bowl Keep the Party Going tribute concert.
There we go.
Did you guys, I know we didn't watch it because it wasn't broadcast, but did you check out any of the YouTube videos or Instagram videos or TikTok videos?
I saw a bunch of the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, and Instagram and Reels. Wait, whatever Facebook has, which is like Instagram. But I hadn't gone to YouTube and looked at anything, so I don't know if there's some longer clips or anything.
Well, somebody on Facebook was bragging about, I know this was professionally shot because these, and he linked to some guy's playlist, and it was just stuff that was shot off the screen because the audio was definitely recorded in the audience. It was not soundboard mix at all. It was just recorded from the audience because you could hear people. Yeah, you could hear people on either side of you talking. It's like that's not concert audio.
It was cool to see all these clips. I like to see it, and I saw some close clips, of them singing Margaritaville closer on the right-hand side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, different angles and real close, and the right-hand people, because I kept just seeing the left-hand people a lot and stuff. And then I saw a lot of pictures and stuff like that. So it looked cool. You know what? The most Buffett-y guy there seemed to be Paul McCartney.
I did not see Paul McCartney. Ironically, I did not see Paul McCartney. I did not watch. I saw him. I did not watch Paul McCartney. I mean, I know he was there.
Yeah, he was sitting there with the margarita and singing or whatever.
His song. It was great to hear him. Well, and he introed it, and then he sang the song. He kind of struggled through the song.
Oh yeah, that's his voice now.
Yeah,
that's the reason I don't want to see him anymore.
Wow, it was tough, but
he's
great.
His last couple albums, like they're cool little songs and stuff, but his voice, he has a tough time.
Yeah, he can handle being recorded. He can handle it. In the recording studio, he can handle album vocals, but live, I have not wanted to see him again in years. I feel bad saying that, but it's like I'd rather remember the way you did sound than listen to the way you sound now.
Yeah.
Forgot.
But it was cool. It was cool to hear him and so yeah, his section.
I wish he would have done a Buffett song though. I can understand why he did Let It Be, but I wish he would have belted out Volcano.
Just, every time
that would have been so cool. Or Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw? That would have been so great.
Well, I don't think he like really knows the Buffett songs. He kind of like he didn't like pick up the words in Margaritaville very well.
Yeah, I think there must have been, they were looking down at words. I noticed when I had the close up angles, they were looking down at something.
So, any performances? Other performances stand out?
Well, the
What you saw?
Zach Brown thing was cool because they did that. In fact, I think that the song comes out today, right? Officially.
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? The Poets and Parrots, which is a great song. And I like it. I think they did a good job with that.
Yeah, I saw somebody else got hung up on that too. Got the dates wrong. It's the 19th, not the 18th.
Okay.
The 19th. 19th is Friday.
Okay.
Because that's when
That's usually when they do it.
It used to be Tuesday, but now most music comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. That was pretty good. What's some of the other ones I saw? I've seen a few.
Maybe it's.
I heard a lot of things about Brandy Carlisle and Sheryl Crow.
Yep.
Yes. Brandy.
She sounded great. Sheryl Crow didn't sound so great, but
no. When she did the Margaritaville, that's all I saw of Sheryl Crow. Yeah.
Did Sheryl Crow do Come Monday? Is she the one that did Come Monday?
Oh, there's Brandy, wasn't it?
Was it Brandy Carlisle?
I think it was.
Yeah. She did two Buffett songs, right?
I should know this.
I'm pretty sure it would Come Monday.
But she's always going to outshine all these. She can sing live.
Because that was the first clip I saw, and as soon as I heard it, there was some woman sitting next to the guy that was recording it who was struggling to sing along, and that's when I realized, oh, thank God I didn't go to this concert. Because I was concerned about the cash that would be required and the logistics of actually traveling there and all that crap. But then as soon as I saw that clip, it was like, oh, I forgot about the people that would be there. Yeah. Oh, because this woman was just struggling to hit the high note. And it's like, oh, shut up.
I never seriously considered going because I just knew it would be, I don't know. I thought it would be too costly. Too hard to get out there. I just didn't think I could pull it off. Although it's, and that was in the middle of a week. You couldn't plan it around like a long weekend or something.
Yeah, but there's still that first thought of, oh, maybe I can make this. And then I realized,
for sure.
I realized I don't want to be there because there'd be a crowd of people that would annoy me there. And sure enough, even on a video clip, there's this woman sitting to the right of the guy that's recording it who won't shut up.
Yeah.
So that's why I should just back off. I should not host this podcast because I do not have the same joie de vivre and upbeat personality to host this kind of thing. Because I hate people. Why am I hosting this about a podcast about a guy who loved people? I hate people.
HUD is on the podcast, ladies. Well,
he's the anti-Buffett.
I would just like to have had it broadcast and all that. Which
I would buy it if they offered a stream right now. I would pay for it.
What about if they
physical media?
Physical media. Yeah.
I'd get it.
Yes, I would. I would buy the DVD.
I would buy the DVD and then stick it in the
but they actually revealed who's responsible for the fact that it did not get broadcast live, and his name is Don Henley.
Really?
Yes.
What?
He put his foot down and said, "I will not have this broadcast live."
Why?
And they said, "Okay, Don Henley."
Huh.
You are such a fan of Boys of Summer, so we better do what you say.
Yeah, because that's his song that he played. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song, but yeah, he looks so old. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all gray. Come on, all that gray hair.
Yeah.
What's wrong with gray hair?
I don't know. Look at me.
Yeah.
Right there.
He's totally gray.
What's wrong with being totally gray?
I don't know. The mic was bringing it up.
Why you guys pissing me off all of a sudden?
On me.
I'm hitting pause on this son of a bitch.
last time I saw him, he didn't look like that. That's why, or his last album or whatever. But
Yeah, he
maybe,
stopped dyeing his hair or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. It just didn't know it was him.
I didn't realize that he put the kibosh on that. That's a
Nope, they
shame.
revealed it. I can't remember who said it, but they revealed it.
Well, then, so
Suddenly
what?
remembered
Go
what I was searching for.
put out the stream now. I'll pay for. He can get paid.
Yeah.
Have him get a share.
Or they can do this show and cut him out of it. Just don't have his
Yeah,
thing as
just edit. Mick's good at editing.
yeah.
Just edit it right.
Oh, suddenly I'm doing this.
Sure, you could do
Well, they
it.
just don't have his song. And then when
Randy
he's in
Carlisle did come Monday.
they just put like, you know, I don't know, some cartoon character over him.
The other performance that got me was, I think it was Jack Johnson doing "Lovely Cruise," and I thought,
Yes.
what a great song
I
for
didn't
that
hear the whole
concert.
thing, but that was a good. I heard just a little morsel of it, and it was good.
Did I get the
Right.
name right, Jack Johnson?
Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he did it, but I wasn't sure.
And the Brandy Carlisle thing, I did hear that whole song, and that was good. She's just got a unique voice, and I don't know,
She hits all the notes.
she does, and
Doesn't
it's
matter.
unique. There's nobody else that sings like that. It's just
So
it was good.
strong and yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right. I mean, I know his name is Jack Johnson. I just wanted to get the performer and the song matched up correctly.
All right, so I don't know what else. I just saw some clips. Sounds
Did you
like
guys
saw more than me.
see Kenny Chesney?
What did he do?
Changes, I thought. I haven't seen him because I don't give a crap about Kenny Chesney, so
And
I didn't
again,
look at the clip.
I'm watching on TikTok, so I only hear bits and pieces of
Yes,
songs.
yes,
I don't hear
it's
the
so-
whole
That's
song.
why you got to go to YouTube,
I
where
know,
it's longer
right.
than 14 seconds. Or
Right.
whatever.
Well,
I
it's
didn't
3
even-
11
minutes.
seconds.
I didn't even think. Yeah, I'll go to YouTube.
They were releasing stuff the night of. Did you catch that, or was it just the day after?
It was like days after. It was like
No,
as-
there was something was going on that night. I was getting like Facebook. Or
Somebody
something.
from Buffett News was, or maybe the guy that does Buffett News was recording video at the concert, and he was releasing a few songs on Facebook. And
that's
I guess he got busted, and so there was a big long gap, and then he started releasing stuff. So I was seeing stuff the night of, but I just didn't care. That's the thing. I really was not interested in this concert because it's like I know I sound all whiny and old, but I'd rather listen to a Buffett album than listen to a bunch of people singing Buffett songs.
see, I was
Especially
interested. I
when
was
there are
really
people
interested.
sitting next to them that are so loud that they're practically drowning out the
Yeah.
performers.
I'm interested, but I like to see more of this stuff. But it doesn't have to be the all stars people. There's so many, and it's not really.
No, but they're all there tributing. It's good.
Yeah,
I want to see it. I would pay to see it. I would buy the physical media.
Yeah.
Just sell it. I'll buy it.
No, I would too, but I would
I
love
know-
to see them go on.
I know there are Kenny Chesney
tours.
recordings out there, but I just haven't watched them. So I was just curious if you had seen
didn't.
them. What
You know,
you
I
thought
don't
of
remember seeing any
his
clip of-
performance, his tribute performance.
Apparently,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
mind
I have
it.
to hit YouTube then because I've been getting all my stuff from TikTok, and that's just like
Yeah, I
Bits
didn't
and
even think
pieces.
YouTube. Geez, I'm like,
Wow. That was like the first thing I thought of was YouTube. I was thinking I could watch the whole concert on YouTube. Probably bootlegged off somebody's
just
cell
figured
phone.
I'd
But
probably
what
could.
the heck?
Somebody would probably post it.
Yeah,
That's probably the way we're gonna get to watch it if they don't, But just
I would
the
like to
collection
see,
of people
hopefully
that were
something
involved
like
in this
that
thing.
happens.
Yeah, it was
Everybody
pretty
says,
cool.
Everybody says, "Oh, I've seen people say, don't worry, it's going to be released." But no, not if this Don Henley said no, it's not going to.
Well, he said no to a live broadcast.
Okay.
And since they didn't screw up and nobody fell off the stage or set something on fire, then maybe they'll just go, yeah, release it.
I kind of believe it's going to be released at some point. They're
Yeah.
somebody's gonna,
But then it's going to
There's
be all
money.
edited. It's not going to be complete and full. There's going to be
well,
there are going to be some
then-
songs that are removed, and
Well, what you do is
because they always got to
package
get
this
their
up.
mitts on it and make changes.
put on take songs off or put them on put them on twice, like some people do.
I heard that but you edit this physical media that we would buy, whatever, and you'd have maybe some clips of Buffett himself just thrown in as bumpers throughout, just Just, you know what I mean?
Oh, you could
If
do a
I was
hell of a job
producing
with it.
this, that's
Absolutely.
what I would
There's a
have
lot of
my head in this
opportunity
too.
there.
Yeah.
You
And
could do
so
a
then
real
it's really
tribute.
a tribute. I mean, they used like his face or his like a sketch or whatever. I mean, right?
Because the
So
family was there, right? It's
yeah,
they were
it
involved.
was her thing. It was
Hmm.
Jane was like the
And I thought I saw the daughter, the Savannah, the older one, was on the stage, right? She was there. One of them.
I didn't notice. I don't know. I forget what she looks like. So I would put bumpers in there and then lead into something that's, you know, that was on the show, and if something can't be saved, whatever, and come up with a little package. That's what I would do. And then I would like to see a Coral Reefer band go on and play tours for a
Well, they're
reason.
already planning to do that. There are already plans of other
Yeah,
concerts.
they have to do something like that. And I don't know, is it
Wouldn't they
enough
get
to?
like an all-star, like Ringo Starrs? I mean, get other people like from like this, a small version of this, where they get people to join them on the tour for 1 year, and then another person. Like,
Can't
can't
remember who said it. If it was it on Buffett World that I saw it?
was it
The
Matt?
Buffett News has a 2-column layout now that I find really confusing. So it's simpler for my tiny little brain to use Buffett World now.
So yeah,
But
so
I
maybe
know there's
Jack
another
Johnson
concert.
goes, sings a
There's another.
few, and
Right.
right, and Mac can sing a few. They
I
could
mean, you
do it.
can't you do Kenny Chesney, it has to be a stadium. It would be weird. But I mean, like you had like we talked about this before, the Grateful Dead, the Dead and Company, the Dead and Co. And John Mayer was in there, and then they were selling out complete stadiums.
Hmm.
I'm not
Hmm.
even asking for that, but I'm like, yeah, Jack Johnson could join him for a tour. It was
Hmm.
Corey for Brand with Jack Johnson and somebody else.
Yeah, just pick somebody, or Kenny could do it, or somebody
And
could do
actually,
it.
I don't know if she really exactly fits it, but do you know who would do this? Something like this would be Brandy Carlisle.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome, though?
She would do it, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's the tribute. It would be huge, and maybe you rotate, keep the party going. Just keep,
right,
there's
but
different
every
people
summer
stepping
have a
up.
tour and have a different couple headliners.
Yeah. But now this. So Kenny Chesney, the tour, Zach Brown is opening, and they're going to do a tribute. And of course, before I knew Zach Brown was even opening, I think I knew Kenny was the tickets were on sale. I didn't buy tickets. The bottom line.
What?
I know. I should have just done it, but so now I'm having second thoughts. Maybe
Well, no,
damn it.
You buy them second hand anyway. You
Yeah,
don't
oh
have to
for sure.
spend.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
still go, and it's not obscure music, so Amber would go.
So it's summertime? That'd be
Hmm.
your summertime concert?
Hmm.
I would maybe do that. I've seen both of them, and
I know. And
I
Zach
don't mind
Brown, I've
Chesney
seen
because
him
he
before.
promotes this kind of stuff. He's going to do the tributes, and he looks like he's taking advantage of it. But he promotes other people's music. He gets obscure artists to join him and stuff like Grace Potter and
Hmm.
stuff.
Oh, there's a tribute in Ohio on July 13. And there's also going to be a Fingers Taylor tribute because he passed away.
Hmm.
But that's not going to be till October.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in October for
Yeah, it's
whatever
probably
reason.
October 17th or
It's got to
19th.
be the
My
17th.
daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah,
anyway, they have to do this. I know they're going to do something like this. I want to like run it for them, come up with ideas, and everybody just agree. And
I
but
think
yeah,
we
Jack
have
Johnson
must
would
have
be a
better
perfect.
ideas than they do, or we don't.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think it'd be cool if they did. I don't know. It probably wouldn't fly, but if they just did a flat out Coral Reefer Club Trini concert and just did instrumentals, but no one would go to that
No,
except me.
You couldn't do a Pine Knob for that. You'd have to
you'd
do
like
that'd
it
be a
because
smaller
no
venue.
other people would be there. It would be just you. Very good.
Yeah,
That's his goal.
that's
There would be
awesome.
one other person there. She'll sit by Mick and talk the whole time.
And be in front of Mick holding a balloon.
Oh,
And
I was going to
shouting
say that
Jackson
earlier. I was
Brown.
going to say, if you went to the Hollywood Bowl, someone would have a balloon in front of you.
That's Mike. Mike's the one that had the balloon in front
That's
of
what I
him.
mean. That's what I was going to tell Mike. You were talking about
Did I
going
have
to
the
Hollywood
balloon, or
Bowl.
I know I had the super tall girl.
No, he had the balloon, and that's when we were shouting,
Was it a
"Kill the
parrot balloon?
bird!
Yeah, it
Kill
was
the
like,
Kill the
bird!"
bird.
It was a parrot, big
Yeah. The
mylar
tall
parrot
girl, the
balloon.
Amazon girl, was another year.
yeah,
She must have been like 6'7".
I keep thinking about there's the one concert when the people behind me brought musical instruments, like they wanted to be
Mm.
part of the band. They had like maracas and tambourines, and
Yeah,
it's like,
and Mick was recording.
yeah, it's like I didn't show up to listen to you guys. I came to listen to the band. So I just looked back and just shook my head when they were playing really loud. And the guy with the maracas looked over at me and kind of shrugged and said, "Yeah," and he stopped playing. It was cool. It was cool to have that nonverbal communication where it's like, yeah, I get it. There's no
yeah,
reason for me to be playing along.
yeah. I'm just,
And he
Well, you
didn't
knew
even know I was recording.
you knew it was the woman's idea, and he's going along.
Yeah. But it's like, who comes up with that? Let's irritate everybody around us. How about it, guys?
yeah, I know.
Or is it just me being such a stick in the mud?
Well, usually yes, but in that case, no.
Yeah, in that case, no.
That was, well, I can't even remember when that was. That was a few years into my bootlegging, close to the end, matter of fact. The end
Oh, as the
being,
years all run into each other. I don't
well,
know.
I know when it ended because it was 9/11. That's when my recording ended because they beefed up security everywhere
Hmm.
Yeah, because,
for obvious reasons.
yeah,
And
everyone had
they
to.
were start wanding people and checking for metallic things, such as that would also affect, not such as, but that would also affect my trying to sneak a recorder into the venue. And
Yeah,
it's like
a deadly recorder.
I'm
A
just trying to
deadly,
make a souvenir of my concert. That's all I'm doing. Anyway.
Didn't know you had to
any,
go through customs to get in here.
yeah,
Yeah,
here we
that
go.
was one of my first recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The 1987 recording.
87,
Yeah.
and it was 80s.
87 was my first
Yeah,
full
they took the
Buffett
intermission
podcast.
after like 4 songs or something.
That was I tried my first bootleg was U2 for the Joshua Tree tour, and I was only able to record the beginning and the end of the concert because I only had one cassette to use. But when we showed up for A Parrot Looks at 40, which was the 1987 show, that's when I recorded the
Wow.
whole concert.
And he was turning 40, right? That year, or just did?
Yeah, I don't remember if he turned 40 or was turning 40. But that was the Parrot Looks at 40 concert. For
Those were the days.
Hot Water, I believe.
That
I
was
think that was
88.
I
88.
think that was a Hot Water era concert.
Yeah, that came out in 88.
That's the one for those that listen to concerts off of the Jokobin server. That's the concert. I actually uploaded that concert to Jokobin. So that's 1987. July 4th, I think, 1987. I don't know exactly. I should look that up. It's on my computer,
Was
so I
that
should
the
look it up.
year we had multiple shows?
I don't think so.
One
now
year we
you're
had 3
now you're
shows.
really quizzing me. No,
Yeah,
he
that was in 87. That was more
No.
like 89, 90, something like
yeah,
that.
he
Where we
did
like,
4th of July a few years at Pine Knob.
yeah, Greg's birthday.
And there were
Yeah.
also
Mr. Greg.
fireworks in the parking lot that they shot off. They shot off on the ski hill, not in the parking lot. They didn't shoot them off in the parking lot, but they shot them off the ski hill, and you could see them in the parking lot after
Yeah.
the show. So it was
Didn't we go
kind of
to some
cool.
relative of yours?
That was 87. That was that concert.
What
Was it?
that?
When Greg tipped the canoe over with
Yeah, after we went on the lake, we
Yeah.
changed
lost
in
our
the
tackle
house,
box?
and while I changed in the house, I slipped my recorder into my
Yes.
shorts so I could sneak it into the venue.
Was that 87?
Yeah, that was that
Okay.
concert.
I'm
I would guess
losing
that.
my
I was thinking of
balance.
this. I was thinking of that just earlier today. I saw
I
something.
cannot remember where I
saw, every
put
once
my
in a while, I just
stupid
think
raw
of stuff like
recordings.
that and laughed just myself. Oh no!
Uh,
Oh, I know. I saw a
automotives.
clip where there was some kind of weird grocery store where you go on these conveyor belts with your cart, and there was an old guy, and it didn't get off the conveyor belt,
Concepts
and it
raw.
stuck, and
My
he kept moving, and he went over the thing. It's like little shopping carts, and he went over,
movies.
and there was an old lady coming, and she can't stop, and she turned it the other way, and then they
Did I do that wrong?
they get together. But the funny
Ah,
thing is,
there
she's
you
trying to
go.
get up, and she put her hand on the handrail and lost her balance, and just slowly kept on the handrail. So it took her over the guy to the back bend and a flip. There's someone trying to help. And I just thought, or she was saying, oh no, I'm really losing my balance.
I think the first multiple 4th of July we got was in 92. And then he did it again in 93.
We went to like both shows, right?
And we went to
I
all
would
of the
go.
shows.
We
I
went to
went to
all the
all of them.
shows. One of
Yeah,
those was
90,
the Mr. Cool
92,
shows.
No, I meant,
92 we had
I thought that was Huey Lewis.
July 3rd, July 4th, and July 5th. 93 we had July 2nd, July 3rd, and July 4th. And I went to all of them. And then 94, the year after, is the big Buckeye Lake concert that I went to alone.
Oh,
And
that's
I
right.
talked Mike into going to the 1995 Buckeye Lake concert, and that was where we got drenched with rain.
And stranded.
And then
93 must have been
in the
Phil.
parking lot.
We took Phil to the 96 Buckeye Lake show.
93 Buckeye Lake might have been when
Greg went with
No,
his
no,
brother.
it was before me. I did not record his
93,
show.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm guessing you said 94 for you, I think. 93 for
Yeah,
Greg.
94 for me. 93 was Greg.
Was at 2 p.m.
He went, yes.
Yeah, but I knew about it. But it was like, I think that's really cool to have a day-long Buffett concert, like a Buffett
Yeah.
Lollapalooza.
But
So I
he
deliberately went early.
his tickets at 2, so he goes, Buffett comes on at 2. And then so he did get a hotel, and they were going to go home after. Then they found out the gates open, whatever. And there's all these things, and they had kids. And they had to call and say, hey, we're not coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to podcast about this particular concert because I bought tickets for me and Mike, and then Mike backed out at the last minute because of stupid golf. And so I went by myself.
Is that what it was? It was golf?
Yeah, it was something to do with golf. I think it was the championship. Either it was the championship ceremony or the championship golf. And
No, it must have been a golf
couldn't
trip
have
with Dick Russell or something.
it was July 16, whatever it was. And you backed out because of
Was it
golf.
a weekend?
I don't know.
Wasn't it a Saturday or something? That was always
Maybe.
a Saturday, I thought.
Probably. Well, I could look that up too. It'll take a while because that's a lot of clicking to get to 94.
Yeah. Oh, I think you must have had like a golf. Didn't you go on golf things like with Dick Russell and stuff like that?
Yeah, usually it was like Labor Day though.
Still scrolling through the 2000s, now into the 1990s.
You never won the league back then. You never won the league back then.
Oh, not even close.
Yeah, July 16, 1994 was a Saturday.
Yeah.
All right.
And I went to Buckeye Lake on my own. So, and I kept telling myself this is either the coolest or the dumbest thing I've ever done.
It was cool. It was cool.
Just go to the concert on my own.
At least you knew it was a day-long Buffett thing.
Yeah, I knew ahead of time it would be a day long.
Because I remember Greg telling me, I said, that doesn't make sense, really? He would be on at night. Oh, maybe they have a curfew or something. We talked us into a complete fallacy of rules, and he only went because of that was he didn't go to Pine Knob.
So, yeah, well, after we said that he played Cowboy in the Jungle.
All the way through. So he went to Buckeye Lake so he could.
Yep, because he wanted to hear it too.
Yeah, he had to hear it.
And I'm not sure if Buffett played it. I think he didn't play it, but he played Fins twice.
Oh, he didn't play it, but he played Fins twice.
That's right. He was even because he played Fins twice.
Yeah, that was his bragging rights.
Yes.
The song that he plays at every show.
But he
got to
played
hear
it
it
twice because there
twice.
was a fire.
Yeah, he was all charged up about that volcano fire too.
Yeah, but didn't yeah, because there was a big shark that multiple people would move around the hill like a big flag, maybe. But I mean, some kind of paper mache
Oh,
shark,
it
and
was a balloon or
so
something, wasn't it?
yeah, something people made like a big sign of some sort that they in it, like a Chinese dragon. I had in my head like of a shark. I don't know, and then he played Fins, and then later on he just played it in the set list, and we got to cut a song off. It must be Cowboy in the Jungle. I don't know if that's true. Cowboy Jungle was
It sounds
probably
great
one
though.
of those songs that was in or out with others
Yeah.
flipped to it. But Craig,
But
and
I
he
saw
just
the
wanted.
next Buckeye Lake.
It's no big deal. Okay, you missed the song. He
when we
heard it
went to
and the melody. Yes.
when we went to the 95
Medley.
Buckeye Lake, I hit myself. I had to change a tire in my garage, and I hit myself in the head with my tire iron, and I had 4 stitches. I still have the scar. Actually, I can't remember if it's here or here, but they gave me 4 stitches and put a band-aid on it, and the doctor said, "Don't get it wet." And it's like 2 days later, we go to Ohio, and it was the aftermath, I think, of Hurricane Andrew, and so it was raining from Texas to Canada.
Oh, that's when
And,
people were sliding down the hill and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it
that's
took
when
us
Buffett.
forever to get out of the parking lot.
Well, it took me forever to get out of the park when I was alone the year before because they have one exit. That's what I can't believe.
It took Greg forever.
There was
It took a
one
3 hour to
exit.
go
dumb.
like 5
It is
turn
dumb.
lanes.
It is not designed well. Put it that way.
Well, I don't think it's a concert venue for one thing. It's a
It's
national.
not
It's
a
a
concert.
park. It's a state
farm.
park.
There's no
or something
reason they
like
should
that.
have had a concert that large.
And
many
that
concerts.
that was the concert where he did "You Can't Always Get What You Want." Buffett did "You Can't Always Get What You Want" as the final song,
I never heard that all the way through.
and he called us crazy fucking parrot heads.
Yep. It was raining.
Yeah, the whole day,
during
not
the
just
show.
the concert, the entire day
Yeah.
it was raining,
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to not get my Band-Aid wet.
I don't remember the Band-Aid.
I had 4 stitches, man.
I just remember all the rain. But that was glorious. That song and just at that time.
In the '96,
Yeah,
we took
memories,
Phil.
man.
We talked Phil into going to a Buffett concert at Buckeye Lake, and that was okay. There were no
Is that
stories.
place gone, or they just
I
don't
believe
have
so.
space?
I think it is. Isn't that we went to a bar nearby? It was right on the lake. Was that?
I'd have to check my photos. Yeah, that was with Phil. And we were trying to catch. We didn't want to wait around for the ride back. There was supposed to be a shuttle service, and it took too long. We missed the shuttle service, and we didn't feel like waiting for the next one, so we started walking back. And there was no shoulder to the road, and there's like
no
this
lights.
Yeah, no lights, and there's like a cliff into a swamp, and I'm trying to watch my step.
Didn't the bus pass you as you're walking back?
Yeah.
Shuttle, yeah.
But we waved it, and it stopped for us, and we got to drive back.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was like halfway through the trip, halfway through the walk back.
But I swear you could see nothing. There was like there's no sky.
Yeah, it was dark, and I don't think it wasn't
moon,
totally.
no
it wasn't
stars.
totally dark. I don't remember it being totally dark.
You couldn't see a damn thing.
Because I was aware of the drop off right next to my shoes down into a swamp.
It was ridiculously dark.
It's like, boy, when we parked at that bar, it sounded like such a good idea.
Yep.
Well, you just should have waited for the shuttle, even though it takes forever.
Yeah, we should have.
I've had the same thing at other places. I mean, not concerts.
My recordings stop at 97, August of 97 at Pine Knob.
Wow.
So I guess I switched to digital, and then I didn't record much digital after that. I mean, digital tape, DAT.
Digital tape.
And
Mickey was always going to
record.
the next thing, and now people want vinyl albums.
I know, right? Let's going back in time.
Now I've got all these tapes I can't play.
Like the end, well, last fall, after Buffett passed, I was listening. I went back. I started listening to the early stuff, like quite a bit, over and over again. So, man, some brilliant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
it's about the time, yeah, where I just will just stick in it instead of just always shuffling through songs like crazy. I need to play just albums.
Our pool was finally done at the end of the year. It was done like shortly before Labor Day. So I got to enjoy like, a week or two listening to Buffett tunes, just hanging by the pool here.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's life on the North Coast, wasting away